everybody, it's time for Cogs and Crendor!
Crendor In The Morning.
In the morning! Live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording! Wake your ass up! It's up next Crendor In The Morning! Hello, everybody! It is Tuesday.
The day of Tuesday, Impersonation Tuesday.
I don't know if we have time for impersonations. I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was
horrible.
New York cabbie.
What you doing? I don't even know what you're talking about over there.
There's some guy listening like,
Hey, he's trying to impersonate a New York cabbie. What an idiot.
That reminded me of Stolen. Is that the Nick Cage movie? The new Nick Cage movie that came out. And there's a taxi cab driver. No, the taxi cab dispatcher. He's like, hey, are you sneaking my dough? And I want to use that in my daily vocab now.
are you sneaking my dough?
Are you sneaking my dough? What you doing over there?
Anyway, since that is entirely pointless, over the weekend, Crendor was out here in LA, and we hung out and did absolutely nothing. So if you're wondering what happened to the podcast,
Absolutely nothing.
that's what happened to it. And in that absolute nothing, we watched the last half of that Jamie Foxx movie where he's a cabbie. And I was going to say Outbreak, but I know that's not the name of it.
It's
Outbreak.
Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise.
What is that called?
Collateral.
Collateral. And Tom Cruise is a hitman. It's a mediocre movie. But at one point in the movie, like, the melodic music comes on and they see coyotes or wolves in the streets of LA. And Crendor and I were like, that is the most profound thing ever.
I didn't get what it meant. I just thought it was a coyote in the street, and they were just like, "Oh my god!"
But
they
everyone,
both got
best
it.
part was, is we were like, why is there a coyote in the street? Meanwhile, they were both like, oh, damn. There's a coyote in the street.
And they just like went into a trance.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx like realized that like he wasn't getting out alive, man. He was like, I'm not getting out. And Tom Cruise was like, he knows he's not getting out alive. And it like clicked with both of them because they saw a coyote.
And they're, I don't.
I guess it was supposed to symbolize like the society can even be savage. I don't know. Look, we're stretching on this one. I don't know.
My mind is way not hip enough
to understand what was going on in that movie.
Yeah.
90% of that movie was like callbacks to earlier in the movie that were like, we're too hip to even be making this movie for you. So just deal with it.
Oh, and then the ending. The ending where he told the story in the beginning about the guy on the train that dies and then nobody notices because they think he's asleep on the train. And then Tom Cruise at the end, he dies on the train. And
Right?
it looks like he's sleeping.
By the way, if you haven't seen this movie, you're not missing anything. And then he's like, yeah, but before he dies, he goes, do you think anyone will notice? Like, no, douche. No one cares.
They won't. There was an old lady on the thing reading a book. And she was like,
There's a gunfight, and this old lady's like, are you fighting with guns over there?
I can't hear myself think.
My nephew has one of the video games machines too.
They are playing the video games in real life.
The kids these days with their violent PlayStations.
Back in my day, all we had were 3 ounces of milk and a ball.
I did not think you were going to say milk. It's like 3 ounces of what, Granny? What else did we do this weekend? We went to the Rich People Mall. Oh, my goodness. So we went to the Rich People Mall, and if you saw our Twitter account, you know that we found a vending machine that sells caviar, but only for cash. Look, we were going to spend $500 on caviar, but when it said cash only, we were like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah, I was like,
Hold
who
on.
carries cash?
Apparently, rich people do.
Apparently.
And if you're filthy rich, what about you is gonna be like, you know what? I could go to the Filthy Rich Caviar store, but I'd rather go to the vending machine.
Yeah, you just need it right now. You're just like, oh man, I'm craving this caviar.
And what else did we do there?
We saw a bunch of stores.
We saw Little Cy.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh my
Yeah.
god. And we saw that guy with the French fries. It's complimentary.
Oh yeah, no, that was Cy, Little Cy. Okay, So there was this kid there. We're going to call him Little Cy because he looked like a preteen version of Cy. And he was dressed just like him, too. So you know at his school he's the hippest, coolest kid there.
Yeah.
Is what we'd have said like 4 months ago. Anyway, so he's walking around with like this other girl, and they go to this place called Take a Bow, which is an Asian restaurant. B-A-O. Anyway, so, and this kid has to wait, I guess, like 5 minutes extra. So they give him a free thing of fries. Like, hey, you know, these are complimentary on the house. And he takes a bite of it and throws it down and goes like, it would be a compliment if they were any good. I was like, damn, kid! Take the fries, you asshole! It was amazing. I was like, these are rich people.
What a dick.
It was wonderful.
That was...
yeah. We did. I did buy something at the Rich People Mall, though. I will admit. I bought a $9 copy of Shadows of the Colossus
yeah.
at the Sony store, which was on sale. Because I guess no one goes to the Sony store at all.
And they're like, is that the sale section? Like, yeah. And they're like,
Sorry. Look, it was $9. That's a steal.
It is a steal. Oh, we also saw Booty Pant.
So we're walking through the mall, and we see I don't know if it was the Gap or some store, maybe a fitness store, Booty Pants.
It was just some random store.
Yeah, they don't have the Gap at this mall, which I think, basically this mall is like all the upscale places, more upscale, and then a bunch of like weird things thrown in, like a Subway. We saw a dude eating a giant sub, just walking like, hey, I'm eating a sub, what you gonna do about it?
He was really enjoying it.
He wasn't like two-handing it, he had it one-handed, like holding it like it was a baseball bat, just chomping off the top, like, I'm in a hurry, I'm gonna eat this sub, what you gonna do about it?
Anyone want to fight about it?
It was a meatball sub too, which made it even better.
You gonna fight me about my sub?
And he was just strutting up and down the mall, like, I don't care, I'll eat my sub, what are you gonna do about
Just
it?
like picks a random person, like, you looking at me? You looking at my sub? Well, you know what?
Of course it would be one of the little old Asian ladies there. We're like,
I don't know what you're talking about. You looking at my sub? Here, you eat this sub. I don't want to eat this sub. You eat this sub.
And speaking of which, all the Asian women,
if you're an Asian woman, you're either 12 or 40, and you look the exact same.
it's all in the face.
It's unbearable how, like, Asian women age. I would love to be an Asian woman. I'm letting you know right now.
I would too.
Live forever. Holy crap. They do not age at all. There was a woman and her daughter, and they looked the same age.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not a thing.
And the only way you could tell the difference is they turned around and one had like slight wrinklage in her face.
A slight, very
slight.
slight.
And you have to like use a magnifying glass.
It's like, whoa, hold on. You need to stop this. Yeah, and then there was plastic surgery people. There was the woman with like the freaky lips.
Oh yeah, the lip woman.
Like a giant freak lips.
She was scary. She just looked like. Wait, what happened with the Booty Pant?
Oh yeah, we were talking about booty. Sorry, we got off topic. So Booty Pants comes by, and so we're at the mall, and we see a sign at this one store for Booty Pants, and it hit us two things: one, how do they work? And two, are they comfortable?
Actually, I have a picture of it. It says,
Do you?
"Let the compliments begin. Try the new perfect Booty Pant."
And it on the pictures, those were some perfect booties. So the questions we had were those. I mean, one, how do they work? I assume they push the butt cheeks up. But then, if that's the case,
Aren't they like
Does
yoga
that-
pants?
but is it constricting in your butt area? If you're a woman, does it make your butt like? Is it
they-
like hard as metal back there? What is going on?
Are they
How does that
actually
work?
comfortable?
Look, we need women to tell us about your butts. Is what we're saying. If you
Yeah.
want to write in and describe your butts to us, and if you have any pictures, any evidence to back this up, we would gladly accept it. It's for science, is what it is.
It's the Jesse Cox tombstone quote right there. It's for science.
Everything. It's at the end. It's gonna be like everything I did was for science. Look, ladies, if you want flying cars, I need to know how you keep your butts up. Okay, butts being held up defying gravity is the same thing as cars defying gravity.
There were also the pigeons.
Oh, that's true. There were pigeons inside the indoor cafeteria area, and they were just like chilling. They're like, "Hey, man."
They're probably trying to get away from the guy with the sub.
He's like, I'm gonna eat the sub. You want to fight about it, Pigeon?
The pigeon's like, I really would like that sub. Oh, I really would. He's like, oh, you ain't getting it.
I'm gonna eat the sub before you, Pigeon.
Pigeon, you don't even know. Someone sent me 2 more Squishables.
Oh, stop sending him Squishables, people.
Now I've been sent a Cthulhu, a Yeti, and a red dragon.
Squishables are the worst thing since Spirit Hoods. Stop it.
No, they're not. They're much better. You don't
Then
wear
send
them
him
on
Spirit
your
Hoods
head.
too. Send him a Squishables with the Spirit Hood.
I
on
don't
it.
want Spirit Hoods.
That's him saying he
I
wants
just
it.
want Squishables.
If you're a Crendor fan, you will send him a lot of Spirit Hoods.
Good thing I have no fans, and I just have people that want to send me Squishables.
Just Squishable Corporation. Like, wow, that
That would be
Crendor
great.
guy, he certainly loves Squishables. Let's send him some.
Squishables Corporation, if you're listening, just send me all of them.
Squish Corp.
it's their brand.
The
Squish
brand,
Corp.
Squish Corp. What else fun do we have?
What else fun did we have?
Yes.
We have all fun we had. We got breakfast.
That's true. We did get breakfast at our
And
wonderful place, and the guy brought you coffee.
He
Lots
brought
of
me coffee. He kept refilling the coffee, and when he had his final moment, the final stretch, he
He just
failed.
didn't show up. He just didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
But we sat down. He poured us coffee. Like 2 seconds later, he's back, like pouring more coffee. Mm-hmm. And then breakfast arrives, and he pours more coffee. And we're like, "Wow, this is wonderful." Mm-hmm. And then he comes back again. We're like, "This is great." But the minute we were done with our plate, he was
was
nowhere
gone.
to be seen. He was like, "Get out."
Yep.
I don't.
Hey, I ain't got no more coffee for you. You want to fight about it?
He's in the back eating his sub. He's like,
I'm eating my sub. You want to fight about it?
We should have retaliated. We should have been like, I'm not leaving until my coffee is filled.
I wanted to leave because they sat us in the area with a giant fly that was like, "I'm just gonna sit here buzzing."
He's like, I see food down there.
But it was weird because he wouldn't come near the food. He would just stay in this one like square area and fly in a circle. Like he just didn't know what was going on. He's like, "There's so much food here. I don't know where to land."
And he just
It was
kept-
the happiest day of that fly's life. It was like a dog who had finally caught a car. He was just freaking.
and he didn't know what to do about it.
Yeah, it's like, there's so much food. I don't even know what to do.
And then it was gone.
I learned one thing about our fan base. They are all sick bastards.
Why?
So apparently in Florida over the weekend, there was a sinkhole, and a Florida dude got, like, killed by a sinkhole. Like, he was in his house, and a sinkhole opened up and swallowed up his house and killed him. And everyone sent me messages that was like, "Oh my God, Florida man got killed by a sinkhole." I was like, "This is sick. What's the matter with you people? That's not funny at all. That is horrible.
Yeah.
Someone just died."
It's only funny if it's really weird.
Right?
Like jumping off a roof and being
We
naked.
need to establish the rules of Florida man. Mm-hmm. Like, when I get articles that are like, "Florida man kills 12," like, that's not necessarily good.
Yeah.
That's not an article I want to use. We just set the ground rules. If a man gets killed by nature in not a hilarious way, like I don't know, a meteor falls on his face, and if he somehow lives, that's hilarious. If he dies, it's tragic.
Yeah.
If someone gets killed normally or through some type of tragedy, that's horrible. But if a dog kills someone normally or through a tragedy, that's hilarious. Mm-hmm. Okay? In fact, if any animals kill anyone through hilarious means, like if a man gets killed by a shark, that's tragic. If a man gets killed by a shark who happens to be driving a motorboat, that's hilarious.
Can I
Ground
just
rules,
say,
people. Now I think it's a perfect time to move on to jump to the sky. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
traffic today's kind of slow. Except for over there where there's a fast chase. There goes the guy. He's driving really fast. I don't know. He's probably going like 400, maybe 500 easy. And here comes the helicopter out of the sky. He's charging down, and he's going to pick up the car and drop it into the ocean. And he has been taken out, and now the people in the helicopter are high-fiving. I think that was a drug war, because they're now flying back to their giant
I can only make so many
mansions.
helicopter sounds.
And, nope, they're gone. The other helicopter is gone now. The drug copter has achieved its mission of taking out the drug car. Back to you.
My question is, why is the drug copter trying to take out the drug car? Is that a rival cartel?
It is.
Wow.
We
Meanwhile, the
saw it.
police are nowhere to be seen.
Well, the police are
Like-
just tired of dealing with it. They're like, dude,
Like-
they have a drug copter.
We can barely afford sirens anymore. Speaking of chases, today I was texted. I signed up for a texting service that this radio station near me has. It's totally free, so if you live in LA, you get it. It tells you every time there's a chase in LA and where you can watch it. It's wonderful.
How?
So there was a guy tonight driving around like 30 miles per hour, like just driving really slow with like 80 police cars after him. I was like, God bless Los Angeles police force. Keep it up, guys.
LAPD.
Please slow down or speed up, sir.
I'm gonna choose to speed up.
Holy crap, I hope it was an old man.
Like, I robbed that liquor store $5. You can't stop me.
That'd be amazing. The cop's like shooting at him. He's like,
Take your time, pigs. You'll never get me.
he's going like 5 miles down the road. The police are walking alongside of him.
Oh my god. He's got like a cane. He sticks out the window to poke him away. He's like, back off.
His wife is using her walker as like a machine gun, just like hitting 4 cops at once. They go flying away like. And that is traffic.
That is traffic.
All right, now let's go to Crendor at the weather desk. Crendor, how's that weather?
Weather today is going to be from Ira. Ira, Iowa. And it's snowing.
Oh, good.
It's got some 4-mile-an-hour winds, 91% humidity, 29.93% inches or pressure you got there. And where is Ira? Ira is by Baxter.
Of course.
Because if you didn't know, Baxter
Is by.
It's by. Okay. It's almost by Des Moines. Why did they remove Twitter from the sides?
Because they realized we were using it for devious purposes. Way to go, Weather Channel.
Weather Channel, you suck. You used to be cool.
No, you didn't. You were never cool.
I used to. Listen, the Weather Channel is the #1 watch channel by people over like 50.
I need to know what the weather is going to be like for the police chase later.
But I can see local tweets.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Hold on, it just randomly popped up.
Good. It was loading. The Weather Channel site is overloaded right now.
It is always
With-
overloaded.
With people trying to figure out where those old people are headed.
Where this snowstorm at? Okay, haha.
What?
That's from Wolfgang.
They are literally the worst people in America.
They are.
All right, now let's move on to sports. Crendor, how's that sports looking?
Sports is looking pretty good today. We got some crazy stuff happening, like Schefter Goldson's gone from San Francisco.
Good?
Yep, he's gone. Vikings cut ties with Molasses Mike Jenkins.
Is that his nickname?
Molasses Mike.
Why would you want your name to be Molasses Mike?
Because
He's so slow.
Molasses Mike Jenkins.
He's so slow.
He's my new favorite player now. Molasses Mike, you need to go. You need to go to a good team.
His name is Molasses Mike.
Molasses Mike Jenkins. And he's
What kind of sports player has the nickname Molasses Mike?
he's played since 2004. And he's played with the Atlanta Falcons most of those years.
I literally laughed so hard I got a cramp.
His best year was 06 when he had 7 touchdowns with the Falcons. Molasses Mike that year.
Why is his name Molasses Mike? We need an origin story for this guy. Why would a sports star want to be named after the slowest moving thing possible?
Because maybe it's like his sticky hands, molasses.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I was not thinking about stick. I was thinking about speed, which is weird because we're talking about a syrup.
Maple syrupy.
He's the fastest of all this syrupy.
No, molasses Mike is a lot slower than Coach Ditka. He does not have the speed.
They call him Maple Syrup Mike Ditka.
Oh my gosh. I was watching the Saturday Night Live clips of the Chicago people.
Duh, Bears.
And I watched the one where he's like, now who would win in a fight? Ditka? And they're like, Ditka. And he's like, no, wait. Or a hurricane. And they're like, Ditka. And he's like, now hold on. The hurricane is named Ditka. And they're just like, oh my god. Oh my. I love when they have heart attacks. He's just like, hold on.
He just punches his chest.
It's just like, this is a baker's dozen. It's like the doctor said that I got a piece of Polish sausage lodged in my arteries.
Oh, shit.
This is great.
I don't know how we got there from Molasses Mike. But God bless you, Molasses Mike.
Yep.
You are an American treasure.
American treasure. And the Packers opt against tagging Greg Jennings, so he's out on the market now.
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings. He should
him
be Molasses Greg Jennings.
No, it has to be Goulash Greg Jennings.
Oh.
I like how that's the only thing I can think of.
Goulash.
It was Goulash.
Goulash Greg.
All right, now let's move on to the big story of the day.
And I got a big one. So we were talking about the Rich People Mall.
Yes.
Now I have an article on the top billionaires.
Can we find out what they do? Do you have that?
Yes.
Good, because I want to get into whatever they're doing.
Number 1 is Carlos Slim Helu and family.
If he does not run a drug cartel, I don't know what he runs.
Ironically, he is worth $73 billion.
Oh my God.
His source is telecom, and his citizenship is Mexico.
Oh no, I heard about this dude. Like, he is filthy rich. Like, he basically runs all of Mexico's communications.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man. I would want to be that guy. Never mind.
Yeah. He's the world's richest man for the 4th year in a row.
God.
Net worth up to $4 billion versus 2012, but still $1 billion shy of his all-time record. Boost came from surging stock prices at his financial arm, Grupo Financiero Imbursa, and he bought a majority of struggling Spanish soccer team, Real Oviedo.
We just need to stop.
Okay, moving on. Number
Before we
2.
get letters like you are butchering our culture.
Number 2 is Bill Gates. $67 billion, Microsoft.
Bill Gates.
Still going. He's the world's biggest philanthropist and has given away $28 billion.
That is pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
You know what? Bill Gates? I don't hate you.
And
you're a good guy.
net worth up to $6 billion versus March 2012 due to gains in his investment portfolio. Holdings include tech hygiene firm Ecolab and Mexican Coke bottler FEMSA.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Bill Gates is what's keeping Mexican Coke afloat in the United States.
He is.
Someone, why are we not building shrines to this guy? Everyone's kissing Steve Jobs' ass like, oh, he was so wonderful. No, Bill Gates is the one doing all the work. Seriously, I feel like I appreciate him now more as a man and a human being.
I do too.
Thank you. He's saving the world through Coca-Cola.
Number 3, Amancio Ortega. He's worth $57 billion.
Is he from South America?
He's from Spain.
Oh, all right.
His source is...
I like how I went to everywhere but where that name would actually make sense.
Yeah.
Where's he from? South America? Dumbass. All right. Yes?
You were a teacher.
What? He could have been from South America.
Oh, he runs Zara. I don't know what that
Zara?
is. Year's biggest gainer, 19.5 billion. Moves up to number
come
3.
on. That's insulting to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it is.
But what did he do? Because I feel like so far, the people who are the richest, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
the first guy is in telecom. The second guy is in computer products. This guy, what is Zara?
Oh, Zara is apparently fashion.
Well, he's a fashion designer then, so he's sort of like artsy, possibly gay, fashion world.
I went
You know.
there, and it is clothes that are too stylish for me.
What I'm trying to get at here before people are like, you're insulting, Jesse. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to get at is that the 3 people that are the 3 richest people in the world are total nerds or probably people who were outcasts in high school. This is what I'm getting at. And that's why I think this article is very important, because the people who are the ones who are making billions and have like the best lives right now are not the ones who have the best lives when they're younger. Keep that in mind.
It's true.
It's true.
It's quite true.
You have to have passion and drive, and you can achieve anything. And the people who are the smartest usually succeed more than the people who are dumb as doornails.
You know what being cool is going to get you? Nothing. Except possible contracts in professional sports. In which
not
case...
even that. Not even that. You have more chance of being successful with an education than you have getting in professional sports.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I would not.
Thanks.
Listen,
what I
you
would
can't
say
tell
is...
them that because then they might lose their hope.
And then, what if you got the next
Whatever,
LeBron James?
whatever.
What if you got the next LeBron James and you just told him to study?
Yeah, but LeBron James, pretty much like everyone when they were younger, knew they were kind of like amazing at basketball.
That's true. What about Mugsy Bogues?
You convinced me.
Mugsy Bogues defies all odds. Let's just take a look at Mugsy Bogues.
Why are you...
He's now 48 years old, and he was a 5'3" basketball player. 5'3". You know what people told Mugsy Bogues? You should study and get an education, because you're not going to get to the NBA. Are you
my God.
stupid? And you know what?
You're right. You're right.
And you know what? There's a picture of Mugsy Bogues guarding Michael Jordan. And he only comes up to his waistline. But
Here's the best part of that story. Michael Jordan owned his ass.
it's true. But you know what? Have you ever guarded Michael Jordan?
You have a point. I can't argue that. You know what? He's right, kids. Be what you want to be. Who am I to tell you?
Yeah. And you know
Who am I
what?
to tell you? I was completely wrong.
He averaged 1.5 steals. You know how? Because nobody could see him on the court. And he just like snuck up under there. It was like, got ya.
I imagine it's like in The Hobbit. All the dwarves are attacking the giants, and Bilbo Baggins is running between their legs.
It is.
Holy crap!
And he averaged 7 assists and 7 points a game. So take that, education.
You know what? He's right. You might as well screw your education. And in about 40 years, you too can be made fun of on a podcast by 2 completely idiotic people. So, yeah.
I mean, isn't that everyone's dream?
I think so. All right, that's it, guys. We tried to teach you a lesson. We failed.
Like always.
Like always. We'll be back, and we will see you then. Thank you for listening, and as always, to be continued.